Is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back. It's your boy Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, the longest running Tuesday show that I know of. I might have had some hand in creating it, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad to be here. And yo, you see who I'm with? I'm never alone. I'm with these amazing people here to talk football. You see the lady that's next to me running the videos, doing everything. Woo! Delilah Crespo. What up, Delilah?
Hey, what's up? I'm very self-conscious about not stealing Anthony's thunder. What's up, everybody? Good evening.
I love it. Yes. And hey, Anthony, we know what you got to say. Do you do, man? How you doing today, baby?
Man, brother, I was supposed to be working late tonight. I would probably just be pulling in the driveway, but I managed to finagle getting off work. And don't get me wrong, I like getting paid, but on a Tuesday night, this beats the hell out of being in somebody's office sitting in front of a computer. So I'm just going to tell you, for all of you watching and know what's coming next, I am very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here. I would like to dispose of the garbage, but Delilah did that for me 2 weeks ago, and no one has come to put more in here. So
let's go.
I'm not going to let go of that. We never forget over here in Wakanda Munda.
Right.
Wakanda Munda.
They join forces, the new state. We'll figure that out later. Look, you see who's right under me, Miss Tina Winter. Tina, the Broncos won.
Hey, I didn't even get to. No, seriously, I didn't even get to check the scores for real. What? Oh, dang! Look, look. I mean, we need to go out, but we can't take you to Applebee's or the Cheesecake Factory or the football games or stuff like that. I don't. No, we'll have to figure out somewhere to take you since it's like a list of 30 places that y'all don't like to go no more. So,
Tina, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I had a really nice day on Sunday. I actually did go and watch the Bears game. So I was at the stadium.
Okay.
It was nice seeing the Raiders lose. It was even better seeing Raiders faces.
Yes, they always travel. They travel deep when they come out.
They do.
And they're pretty sour when they lose as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of sour pusses behind me.
Oh yeah. But look, you know what it is. It's your boy Sean Spencer. I didn't have such a good weekend. Both my college and my pro team lost. But anyways, we know how we start the show and how they start every game. Ladies and gentlemen, we started with the coin toss. Yeah, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, so we are starting this week, and I figured these three lovely people have suffered. All four of us have suffered this season a lot, but at least three of us were able to taste the sweet joy of victory. And Tina alluded to it, so I'm gonna come right back to you. The Denver Broncos get it done, beating the Green Bay Packers. Was it 19-17? Tina, is this the turnaround? Are we ready? Is this happening?
Well, Will Lutz has earned his salary this year because the first half of that game was all field goals. That's all it was, back and forth. Every week the defense is getting a little bit better. People are starting to come back. The offense is still trash. I'm gonna say it. They show flashes. Russ isn't to blame for all of it. It takes a team. It takes everybody. I don't think it's just I don't know what's going on there. So I do have to say thank God to PJ Locke for getting the interception, or they were going to score again. I mean, there was a call there that if you watch the game, I was not happy with, but it is what it is. You're going to have bad calls on every game, and you're going to have something that doesn't go your way. So, but I also sat there with a big grin on my face because I knew all my Bears fans were sitting there just enjoying that game.
There you go. Absolutely.
I mean, Bakhtiari was out, so Love's normal line wasn't there. So I mean, there was some problems, but they weren't as good as they thought they were, and maybe we're not as bad as we thought we were. So we'll see what's going on. I mean, there's a guy I follow. His name is Brandon Perna, and you start looking at the schedule, and outside the Chiefs and the Chargers, if our offense can get it going again, which we did, we got our run going. The run game looked really good. So that's just what we've got to do. We've just kind of grind them out and keep pushing, keep going.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And look, I mean, let's not act like we haven't had years where the Dolphins went 1-7 and all of a sudden, started push to the playoffs. Washington went 1-7 in 2020 and ended up winning the division. Now the rest of the division stunk, but still, I mean, you could turn around. Yeah.
It's not going to happen in my division, not with the Chargers and the Chiefs there. That's just the way it is. But depending on how everything else goes, if we get a good push going, we get a good rhythm going, and maybe Sean. I still think Sean's playing with pieces like a chess. He's still trying to figure out where he's going to go and who he might want to keep later when he has full reins on this team, and figuring out who's going to be gone in the January fire sale. That's my personal feeling on it.
Yeah.
I also not a fan of Joe Lombardi. We'll see. But again, like we talked on another show right now, the coaches we're getting are the coaches that want to come here. And not a lot of people want to come to Denver right now. So you're getting the talent that's willing to walk through the door and give the interview, and because money isn't everything with coaches, and the same with players. So
situations are a lot.
Situations mean a lot. Is gonna hurt you.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But look, like Tina alluded to, Delilah, I'm coming to you. This game directly affects you. You needed the Packers to lose because you guys who beat Washington, you had that, and then you won this game. You're starting to, I don't know. Each of you guys are the Vikings won yesterday. So you guys are still together. And the Lions lost. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I see the talent. And that's the thing is that we know the talent is there. We just don't know if they're with the right mentors. That's really the problem, because we'll do great, and then next week we change what's working, right? Last week we lost because for some reason we waited until the second half to actually pass to our number one receiver, DJ Moore, right? Even though the week before he helped us but you know what I'm saying? What I mean is, how do you not continue with that? You know what I mean? How do you not build on that? So my concern is Foreman was all over the place this week, right? Foreman is why we won. We honestly won because he had, 3 rushing touchdowns plus 1 receiving touchdown. So honestly, Foreman was all over the place. Even though, DJ Moore didn't even get that many receptions, we did pass to him, actually try. But it was Foreman, the kid, he's new too. And so, he has that talent. And then you told me about Badgett because I wasn't.
Yes. Shepherd College. Let's go.
So they said that he played really well there too, though. They said he actually had a lot of talent, and that people in that conference really believed in this kid. And it's no, he has raw talent. He can get things done. And so now we have a quarterback controversy, which happens to us, I feel every 3 years or something. I don't know. But But yeah, I like what I see. I like this kid. I think people need to calm down with like get rid of Justin Fields thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, relax. People.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Let's.
That's
right.
the
This guy was a
quick
backup
fix.
for a reason.
game. Yeah. It's
It's
one
a quick
game.
fix.
Yeah.
It's not looking at what
So-
your long-term goals are. It's I
Right.
want to fix now. I want you to
Correct.
change it now. For me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I'm just like, y'all need to calm down.
Right. Which is why fans are not in the front office.
Yeah.
Because they go on emotion.
So,
Oh, yeah. No,
so I'm
absolutely.
just
Like,
like,
I don't
you know,
do front office stuff.
it
But I
was
want to do
fun.
it like
exactly. I'm just like, y'all need to like relax now.
Just
you
pump your
know?
brakes. But
Yeah.
I know you do enjoy the fact that you finally have a
Yeah.
healthy running back,
Right,
but a
yes.
running game.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
huge.
mean. Yeah, that was great. It's why we won. We won because of the running game. Like we had more rushing yards than receiving, you know, and so our receiving was pretty good. It was up there, you know. Badger got his touchdown, which they gave him the, you know, game-winning ball, which is nice. I like when rookies get that though, because it helps with their development, right? But it doesn't mean he's
Yep.
gonna bring it every week. You guys, he's still a kid. He's still learning. You know,
Yes, Tyson.
you know, it doesn't mean people are all the next team we play are the Chargers. That's not gonna be an easy game. You know, like
no.
Yeah.
so that's our next game, and it's a Sunday night game, and we don't have a good history
Ooh,
with winning
that's the
Sunday night
Sunday
games.
night?
Yeah.
Okay.
So unless they flex it because they're like, who wants to watch that? Like,
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Everybody would have said that before the Washington game.
maybe,
And then you
I
guys
don't
did
know.
put up 40 points.
No, I'm just
We were
saying.
like, oh, God.
But I do like what I see in the new kids. Like, it's nice. The
Yeah.
defense seems to finally be gelling, which is what I was expecting from a defensive-minded coach. So that's why it was really weird when our defense wasn't doing well. But then you learned that there were things going on with the defensive coordinator. So it
Getting
seems
house
like-
rated and whatnot.
Yeah. So now it feels that Eberflus is actually doing a lot better with the defense, getting them under pressure, get those sacks, right? And like really stop the other offense. So if we could do that again next week, if we could pressure Herbert, because we do know that Herbert is infallible. We know you could pick him. Even, you know, we know that if you get sacks on him, you pressure Herbert, he also like, you know, throws him off his feet, you know. But that means you gotta keep him on his feet because the kid can also, you know, ball out. So
Very true.
and the Chargers defense is way better than ours. So it's like,
Yeah, your old superstar Khalil Mack's over there.
I know.
Balling out, getting 6
You know,
sacks
so
in the game.
you know, so just relax. It's nice to see we're not like, you know, in our losing streak anymore. We finally put a stop on that. I like the young talent I'm seeing, but relax with the like. Let's get rid of Justin and make Bajan our starter. Relax, okay? Like think
Don't be brave,
realistically, right? Think long term, okay? That's
Yeah.
all.
No, hey, absolutely. I feel every bit of that. Because you already know there's calls in my house to let go. We're not talking about that yet. Look, talking about consistency, Anthony Handy, you have been on here time and time again talking about riddle me this, or I need to get rid of my quarterback. He won a game. I mean, look, you're right. He won a game. You guys are 4-3.
You see it. You see it. So come on now. Don't make me call you Stephen A. Smith up in here. The boys won that game, and they won that game yesterday. Now, I will say this. They only scored 1 touchdown, but sometimes only 1 touchdown is all you need. They went down, They went down, and they got this guy, and they said, "Now I don't mean to be rude in my Shannon sharpness in mispronouncing the man's name. Is Young Wei Koo or something like that? That's his name, John P. Key, something like that. I don't know. But that man got a leg, and sometimes, you know." Now I'm gonna tell you this: when me and Sterling was growing up, and then we like to tell, I always tell the story. It always started with how we grew up poor. But sometimes, you know, we would go, and there was this place. It wasn't a crispy chick. It wasn't a crispy chick. It was a crunchy chicken, whatever the word they call it. And they didn't have a buck box, but they had a thing where you go down there and you just give them $1 and they give you a little piece. Now you did that wasn't a whole lot of food for a growing boy, but sometimes it was just enough to get us where we needed to go. And now they're gonna bring it forward. The other day, what's today? Tuesday? I forgot already. I'm supposed to be on a plane going to Savannah State. You know, me and Stephen A gonna be down there this Thursday. We're gonna do a show from there. Here's the point. My point is that sometimes you don't need 182 points and 73,000 yards to win a game. Sometimes you just need to do what you need to do, and it's just enough. And that's what the Falcons gave us, was just enough. They gave us a touchdown and 3 field goals, and that was enough to beat Mr. Stab the middle of the field, Baker Mayfield, who looked kind of. Let me get out of my. I can do this all day. Listen, the Falcons are the Falcons quite possibly the worst division leaders in the NFL right now. Because I'm gonna tell you, Jekyll and Hyde is just like Jekyll and Hyde is crazy. One week, Desmond Ritter's throwing 3 interceptions. Sunday, he's dropping dimes in tight coverage. Dropping it in the coverage. Like, fire for effect. Boop, it just dropped. Wow, got it. It's firing lasers. Running the ball himself. He scored the only touchdown. And then the offensive line actually gave him some protection. They was like, hey, y'all know if we stand here and we keep these guys from coming and getting our quarterback, that he got more time to throw the ball? I didn't know that. Did you know that? Let's try that one time. Okay. So they blocked for him real well. And Tampa Bay's offensive line, Paul Baker Mayfield, that boy was running. That boy was running like somebody told him that Shannon Sharp had seen him messing with his girl and he was coming to get him. Because Shay like to do something for two something. I had a little black and mild hen dog in me like I was at that basketball game. Y'all won't never let me live that down, that ugly ass blue sweater. But I'll tell you, the Falcons played it wasn't a blow your mind game, but it was about as fundamentally sound as the Falcons have been in a very, very long time. They managed to win. Now, granted, it's against Tampa Bay, but for the moment, the Falcons can say that we are leading the division. Now, it might be like South Park next week and it's gone. But for now, we are leading the division. So right now, today, between now and whenever the Falcons play again, I'm going to be a dirty bird for it. I'm going to do like Lee Corso and put the hat on. Wow.
There you go. Shout out to you. Thank you for that energy.
Oh, absolutely. Stephen A said to tell you to stop bloviating, but I don't know what that means. I'm a man of limited vocabulary, but that's what Stephen A told me, and I'm gonna go back and tell him that you said to find him a new barber. That's what we've been telling him for. I'll just say
spell that.
BLOVA. That's how they spell it. Right. BLO, that the drink that comes the carrot drink, and then ING on the end.
Yo, shout out to you, Handy. I'm glad you were able to have the excitement of having them dirty birds get the dub. It must feel nice. It must feel nice for all three of you.
Listen, last week we all lost and we were having a different conversation. So last week, all three
Delilah, I appreciate you trying. But in the last 5 games, we have won 1. Thank you, Anthony, for that. And we tried to give you that one. There was a stint between after the first quarter of the Falcons game to the fourth quarter of this past game where we went 0 for 16 on third down. Our quarterback has been sacked 5 times at least in all but 1 game.
Welcome to my life for the last year.
How do I deal with this, Tina? What do I do, Tina? Like, I don't even know what to say, what to do.
As I said a couple of weeks ago, at this point, you just got to find the positives. Like, is your favorite guy on the team getting better tackles? Did he get an interception? Are the young guys coming along right? Did the team actually make a good adjustment? Like with what Delilah was saying about against the Raiders game. What I was reading like, what should each team do, the Bears and the Raiders do to win this game? And one of the things they said is the Bears have to run the ball because the Raiders were like 9th in the league when it comes to the pass, but like 24th in the league when it came to the run. What do? Pound that ball. Just keep pounding that ball. So
Yeah.
that's the stuff you got to look
when
for.
when when you can't move the ball because your O line is giving up 2 yards of penetration in the first 2 seconds of the play. I mean, that's just where we're at right now. Our O line, in the draft we addressed our secondary, still terrible. We did not address our line that much. We did get a guy from the Chiefs, but we realized why he came over to us, because they were going to get rid of him anyway. EB has done great. For at least 5 games this year, we've had at least 20 points, multiple games with 30 points. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, and no disrespect to you, Tina, and no disrespect to you, Delilah, but we should never lose to a Bears team they were done. We gave them hope. We gave. I mean, the same thing with the Giants. The Giants have been terrible. The Giants broke their record. Actually, they doubled the amount of sacks that they've had throughout the whole year in this one game. Teams have gotten their best days against us. This is something in-house. People say coaching. People say, oh, it's this guy. I need to get that guy out. It's a team effort.
It's mental.
Look flat. It's all up here.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but I mean, new owners, new name, same team. That's it.
As someone who has gone through that part of it, it does take a while for new ownership to put their mark on a team. So they just came in. They're going with what they have. They'll start digging into some things and going around that. But to go with what you said, sometimes it really is about heart. It's really about guys wanting to be the best and want to put things together. And for like 3 weeks there, my defense looked like they were playing peewee games, and there was 4-year-olds running around instead of guys that have graduated from college and crap. Like, they couldn't hit their mark. They weren't going where they were supposed to be. It was a zone, and one guy's going one way and the other. It was all craziness. So, I like I said, find one thing, just one thing that makes you happy about what's going on. And I know you like Sam Howell.
Our punter is the MVP punter. Our punter is one of the best punters in the league. That's a great thing. I look forward to him punting.
So every time that punter nails somebody and gets it down on the 5-yard line and they're starting at that end, that's a good thing. So it's hard. I mean, in my side of it, me and my friends are looking at our articles about, like, can we actually afford in the salary cap to get rid of Russell Wilson? And so, and I don't have a problem with Russell. Most people that know on here, I don't really have a problem with Russell. But he's not fitting. Pete Carroll saw it right. The man cannot throw up the middle. He just can't. He can't see it. If it's because of his size or because he never could and they could cover it, or is it because he needs to have all-stars around him? Because if you think about it, Seattle had all-stars all around. You didn't have brand new guys. Jerry Jeudy and Cortland, who I love, they're not Metcalf and those guys.
No.
So,
and they also had one of the best defense at the time, right? Like, that was the other part. I think people forget that.
Yeah.
Like, what were they called? How much Legion of Doom or whatever. Was. Yeah. Like, I think people forget that part too.
So, Sean, when you have problems in every part of the team and every part of the game, it is really hard to.
But, Tina, remember, I've been here with you. Okay, we have not been better than you. We had that fluke 2020 year. Look, at the end of the day, we all understand it. We've all been in the same boat. So I feel you guys, and I appreciate you trying to lift my spirits up. But because you guys have all ranted on here in the moment, this is good. This is terrible.
I agree.
That's a brutal job.
So good.
It is. I 100%.
I don't want to deal with this.
Listen. Irvin Magic Johnson is one of the greatest basketball players in the history of the game. And not only that, he surprised a lot of people because people thought he was stupid because of how he talks, that he's very business savvy. But he is one of the things that everybody says about him universally is he is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet. That's the first time in my 53 years that I saw Magic Johnson look pissed off. distressed, run amok, led astray.
Run amok.
Look, I didn't even look. I'm not even joking when I say this. He didn't even look that distressed when he had his infamous press conference back in 1990 something. When he said, "Hey y'all, I'm sick." He just went on TV smiling. "Hey y'all, the doctor told me I'm a little sick. I'm gonna take some medicine. I'm gonna be the Magic Man and be right back with you later. Don't y'all worry about the Magic Man. He gonna be fine." Magic came on TV and all he did was stop short of saying, "I'm fine. All of y'all MFers tomorrow."
Look, I'm not even on Twitter. I don't follow Twitter, but just in this season, I've seen him tweet multiple times just about Washington, and like I can't. I mean, he's basically saying like they're not giving any heart, and you get that feeling that it's kind of like Tina. You talk about fire sale. You know, the trade deadline's coming. Chase and Montez are people that the names are thrown around. You get the feeling that it's kind of like we play Philly next, so it's not like there's any room to improve. I mean, we did great in that game a couple weeks ago, but I don't have as much optimism in this one. But at the end of the day, it's a long season.
Yeah.
We are 3-4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we can still make this thing happen. Magic Johnson may have to bring LeBron. He'll probably ball out. He will probably ball out, man. Yo, all right. That's it. I'm no longer talking. I'm glad you guys had your excitement. I had to vent that out. Thank you. I didn't even say anything on Let's Talk Football yesterday because Janae would not let me speak. She would just kept letting me have it. So, yo, we are going to move on. But before we do, we have a little video.
We are back for Bo.
He's a rookie. He's also half Puerto Rican. I don't know if y'all.
You already know what time it is.
That someone like Hayden Hurst is coming out and I feel like you're not alone. On our show too as well, we're all about mental health and awareness.
Yes.
Off and on the field.
Yeah, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our groundbreaking, award-winning, yes, it was granted Best News Show of 2022 by North Sports Dynasty. That is the lovely ladies of Let's Talk Football Ladies Takeover, hosted by Delilah Crespo, Janae Struther, Nicole Clyde Oppenheimer.
She just got married.
New name. Shout out to Nicole.
Remix.
Welcoming back Michigan fan Kate Alverson to the show. Definitely excited for that. Thursday nights at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yep, you got
8
it.
o'clock. There we go. Yeah. So, we got to go ahead and move right along. And you know what's next? We always go with this day or this week in NFL history. Take it away, Dom.
I always forget mine is a little short, and I'm like getting my notes together when we come back. All right, so here we go. All right, so this week in NFL history, let's go back to October 21st, 1882. Major rules revision occurred per historian Park H. Davis in his book Football, the American Intercollegiate Game. The game was changed. This is when football changed from like rugby. If people study like, how kind of American football came about, it has a lot of a rugby feel to it way back. So the game was changed from the block game, which since there was not a set number of downs and distances like it is now, teams like Princeton at the time before this change was done, basically could snap the ball and gain no ground and keep the ball for an entire half of a game. Can you believe that? So basically they didn't have any downs, they didn't have any distances. And so if you were like a team like Princeton that knew how to kind of take advantage of that rugby style play, then yeah, you're gonna go undefeated. So Walter Camp proposed that the offensive team be required to advance the ball at least 5 yards in 3 scrimmage downs And these down and distance rules, combined with the establishment of the line of scrimmage, because there wasn't one, that's when the game kind of transformed from a rugby type football game into what would become American football. So before October 21st, 1882 was basically rugby. And then we got the actual downs, a line of scrimmage. Like, can you imagine, like, if that was it would be just rugby, basically, if these adjustments weren't made. All right. Fast forward to 1973, same day, October 21st. Fred Dreyer of the then Los Angeles Rams, who are now the Los Angeles Rams again, became the first player in NFL history to score 2 safeties in the same game. So that's something for the Rams. Fast forward to the 2000s. In 2007, the Tennessee Titans kicker Rob Birona set the NFL record for most points scored in a game, no touchdowns, with 26 points in a 38-26 win over the Texans. So set a record for most points kicked. I can't believe it, 26. That's wild. I think I remember that because that was just in 2007. All right. Now we're moving on to October 22nd. All right, October 22nd, 1939, NBC became the first network to televise a pro football game as it broadcast the then Brooklyn Dodgers defeating the Philly Eagles 23-14 at Brooklyn Ebbets Field. So that's when finally people saw pro football on their TV screens. Or not TV screens, sorry, 1930s, but you know what I mean. It was like black and white, really like fuzzy. It wasn't the TV we got today. All right. October 22nd, 1950, at Kaiser Field in San Francisco, California, the San Francisco 49ers earned their very first win in the NFL in their 6th game in the league when they defeated the Detroit Lions 28-27. The team was founded in 1946, but it was part of the All-American Football Conference, which joined the NFL in 1949 when the leagues were merged. And so this was their official NFL win after the 2 leagues merged. Also, now we're moving forward to the 23rd. Okay, so legendary football innovator, Mr. John Heisman, which people should know who that is because, right, Heisman Trophy. He was born on October 23rd, 1869 in Cleveland, Ohio. He is the American football coach who's one of the top innovators of the game of football in history. Heisman is credited per the NFF's website with helping to legalize the forward pass, originated the center snap, innovated the hike cadence to initiate a snap for which the Heisman Trophy is named, and he coached at various schools like Oberlin, Akron, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Penn, Washington, and Jefferson, Auburn, and Rice. He played every line position while he was a student athlete at Brown University. So now you know, October 23rd, 1869 was the day that John Heisman was born. And as you college folk know, right, he just kind of changed the game of football. And what would happen is things would change at the college level because college football was always more popular than American football. It took a while for pro football to really take off. And so then the changes there would then obviously move into pro football. And then they would meet and decide on the rule changes to pro football. Okay, so let's move on to today, October 24th. So October 24th, 1991. Here's one for the Canadian League. I figured I'd throw that in there since I know we have some co-hosts that are from Canada and we have some viewers that pop in and out. So October 24th, 1991, music industry executive Larry Reichman purchased the CFL's category Stampeders. The Stampeders franchise was struggling financially, and Rickman's guidance was just what the doctor ordered. The new owner made a string of positive decisions that turned finances of the team around, including signing Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Doug Flutie. He signed Jeff Garcia, and even because people forget, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did play football briefly. I think people forget that. So apparently, he played for Calgary Stampeders. He also started a great marketing. Yeah, he also started a great marketing campaign that won fans over and set the team into winning ways as they participated in 5 Grey Cup games, because that's what it's called, championship kind of games in Canada. And they even won the coveted cup in 1992. Okay, and finally the last one, October 24th, 2021. That's when Mr. Tom Brady threw his record 600 touchdown against my Chicago Bears when they beat us 38-3. He actually scored 4 touchdowns that game, so he stretched the 600 to 604. So there you go. See, I even share stuff that is embarrassing to my team, even from a few years ago, but it happened, and that's where he broke that record.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Thank you for that, Delilah. And that was this week in NFL history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep this ball rolling. We thank you for joining us here on Tuesday night. Let's talk football, the Roundtable. And we got so much more for you. Coming up next, our dear Tina Winter with the Corner Office.
Well, hello, everyone. And as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, the corners were good this week. Number one is Stone from Baltimore. He had 4 interceptions. He has 4 pass deflected, 20 tackles, and 9 assists. So he's number 1 this week. He is a safety, but I decided I was just going to go with the top interceptions this week. So we're going down. Number 2, we had 7 players tie for number 2 in the NFL when it came to interceptions. Number 2 is Nelson from Houston. He had 3 interceptions, 5 pass deflections, 20 tackles, and 4 assists. And back up into the top 3 is Mr. Whitehead from the Jets. He had 3 interceptions, 6 pass deflections, 24 tackles, and 7 assists. And the other people that placed in second place or place number 2 was Bates from Atlanta, Williams from Jacksonville, Bland from Dallas, Cisco from Jacksonville, and Jacobs from Detroit. Now, what I also wanted to do with this one is normally I do a little talky about various legal issues, but I wanted to highlight 2 guys that I thought were pretty interesting over the games over the weekend. The first one for me was the Arizona Cardinals player, Garrett Williams, has been on IR. He's been on the do not play list and everything. And he made his NFL debut in the game on Sunday, and he got his first ever interception in that game. So goes to show you that rookies sometimes can make a difference to a game. And last night's game, Cameron Bynum from Minnesota had 2 very clutch interceptions in that game. And so I give a round of applause to those 2 guys, which I would call, they would be my top players of the week. Back to you, Sean.
I can dig it. Thank you very much for that, Tina. I still am looking for a Washington player on that list, but
further down.
Yeah, I know, way down. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick little breather, and then we will be back on the other side with Rookie Spotlight.
Welcome to Washington Football Week with your host, one half of that dynamic duo, Sean Spencer, and South Carolina's finest, Will Craylon.
Don't play us if you're undefeated.
Where we celebrate past success while looking to a bright future. There's a youth movement in Washington, and they're ready to take reins, led by a fire. It's a new day take command.
Yeah, buddy, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how my team does. That video gets me pumped every time. I want to come running out that tunnel. Maybe I can do a little bit better than my daggone team. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the intro for Washington Football Weekly. We'll be here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Myself and South Carolina's finest, Will Kramer, will be trying to recap these last several weeks and this last game and looking towards the Philadelphia Eagles game coming up this week as far as looking towards the rest of the season. So definitely tune in for that. Laughed out loud at the end of that. Time to take command. Yeah, we haven't been doing that. But look, in a place that I know, well, none of our players are on this list either. We need to go to our guy, Anthony Handy, for that rookie spotlight. Mute.
There we go. I'm sorry. I like to mute myself while you playing the little intros or whatever. So if I call for something, people don't think that's part of the remix to the song. The time to take command. What? All right.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, come on. How we've been playing? Come on.
Yeah, So anyhow, today's rookie of the week, today's rookie spotlight shines on a young man who hails from Carrollton, Texas. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Carrollton, Texas, if you ever in your lifetime are old enough to remember the Tilt Video Arcade chain that there was one in every mall somewhere near you, that is where the parent company, Nickels and Dimes, comes from. I only throw that useless, has nothing to do with this segment tidbit in there because I was once a store manager for said chain, and I loved it. I simultaneously loved it and hated it. I think that's when I stopped playing video games and I saw how crazy some folks can get when they're playing the video games. Anyway, we can talk about that, but off camera. Keeping this going, this young man was born June 28, 2002 in Carrollton, Texas. I tell you what, I'm going to stop saying how old these kids are because this kid was born a month after I got out of the Army, and now he's a millionaire. He grew up in the Colony, Texas, went to Colony High School. He was rated a 4-star prospect coming out of high school as a cornerback and a wide receiver. So that tells you right out the break before I even get it in my breakdown. Kid's got good hands and good speed. He was initially committed to play college football at Purdue University. That one's got me scratching my head a little bit. But he wound up playing football at the University of Colorado, which even has me scratching my head even more. Although that turned out to be advantageous for him, and you will see how here momentarily. He wound up becoming a full-time cornerback when he got to Colorado, probably because they didn't have one, and we know Colorado's been pretty bad. It's like, you can play back there if you want to. He's like, well, okay, I'll give it a shot. He started every game in his freshman year. He finished the season with 25 tackles, 5 pass deflections. As a sophomore, he doubled up his tackle total, 53, 5.5 tackles for loss. He had 5 broken up passes. He wound up transferring. Aha, light at the end of the tunnel. What's that over there? It looks better than what I'm doing right here. And he went to go play for the Oregon Ducks, where he was named the first team all Pac-12 with 45 tackles, 7 pass breakups, 3 interceptions. He decided to give up his last 2 years of eligibility because, of course, he was playing during the COVID year, so he had an extra year of eligibility. And he played as a freshman in all of his games, so no red shirt. For those of y'all keeping track, just everybody good? Good, okay. And he wound up declaring for the 2023 NFL Draft. He was drafted in the first round with the 17th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. The New England Patriots pick Christian Gonzalez, cornerback, University of Oregon. So that's where he wound up, and that's where he is right now. As we know, New England, not the juggernaut that we're used to them being, and that says things that I'm not going to get into. That's a whole nother segment over there. Was it the shoes? It must have been the shoes. No, it was Tom. Shh, shh. He's going to throw the trophy if you say that again. Pre-draft measurables.
Not throw that damn trophy.
What? What?
You better not throw that damn trophy.
Well, he seems to have calmed down now. He just likes to sit in the Chase Lounge and talk about unretiring. Anyway, kid is he's not very tall. He's just 6 foot, just a hair under 6'2", and weighs in at 197 pounds. But he's got almost a 3 foot wingspan. His hand span is 9.5 inches. That is insane. His hand is almost a foot long. Yeah, and he runs a 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds. So what that tells you, you've already learned that they had him playing quarterback and wide receiver in high school. Kid's got good hands. He's got great speed. He doesn't have the cheetah speed where he can run away from you and do the backflip in the end zone, but he's still really, really fast. And he can do the vertical jump at 41.5 inches. So if you got one of those jump man wide receivers out there trying to high point the ball, he's going to definitely go out there and Dikembe Mutombo, no, not today on you and get that away from you. He did start, let's see, looks like he started with the Dolphins on the 17th of September. As we know right now, it looks like he's injured. He's only played 4 games, but so far his stats, he's got 17 combined tackles. He's got 14 of which are solo, a single sack, 3 passes defended, and an interception. For those of you that don't really follow or understand what those stats mean, that means the kid is doing pretty doggone good. The kid's doing pretty doggone good so far. The thing is that he's sticky. He's the kind of guy, he's one of the things about his defensive style. He's on you kind of like a cloak. He can do you one of 2 ways. He can be on you like a cloak and shadow you footstep for footstep, or he can give you that leeway and lull you into that sense of security that you got a wide open pass out in the flat. But some way or another, he's either going to get his hands on that ball and knock it down, or he's going to get it away. He's going to get it away from you. Now, I don't know. You know what? That has been my trend this season with picking injured players. I have no idea. I must like broken things. I'm a Falcons fan, Anna. I want to see the kid back out on the field is what I'm looking forward to. We don't get to see a lot of him here in the local broadcast area, but I do see a lot of highlights. He looks like he's going to be really impressive once he's back at full strength, and Lord knows the Patriots could probably use him right now. So if you haven't checked this kid out, check out his highlight reel from college. Check out the highlight reel he's given you so far in the NFL. And when he gets back, he will give you plenty of something to talk about, as Miss Bonnie Raitt sang about so many years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Mr. Fingers, and this has been your Rookie Spotlight.
Yeah, buddy. Good thing. Appreciate that, Anthony Handy, man. And yeah. Big ups to Christian Gonzalez, who got picked 1 pick after Washington picked Emmanuel Forbes. But hopefully he can get back healthy. He's out for the season, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully he can, get healthy and get back going next year, because he was one of the top tier corners, definitely coming out of college. So, hey, shout out to him. Shout out to that. Thank you, Anthony Handy. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate all of you guys being here with us and sitting with us. I'm gonna real quick play one of these videos that we put up, just because I did want to show love to our girl Janae.
Almost doesn't count. Sean, let me read you off a stat that just add a little salt. Exactly, Quinn. Exactly. Just add a little salt. You know how many third downs y'all converted?
Oh no. Oh.
Do you happen to know how many third downs in a 60-minute game that you guys converted? 1 for 15.
Oh my goodness.
1 for 15. Your offensive line has been bad all season. Right? All season. But you've been scoring points. So how come as you come against the Giants? And as I recall, You told me they was just the Giants. When the Cowboys was playing them, it was just the Giants. Your quarterback didn't even score.
It's gonna be a long year, Janae. My dear Janae, never hesitates to let me
That
know.
was a roast.
Let me know about my team.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I don't know why you didn't just pull Debo Samuel out your pocket. You always got to carry. You always got to when you on the air with Janae. You always got to have a backup roast, an emergency roast in your back pocket.
Look, listen, I can't. Because they played the Giants in the opening week and they beat them 40-0.
Right?
And we can only score a daggone touchdown. Oh my god!
But how many playoffs have they blown in the last 10 years?
How many playoffs have we been to? That's the thing. At least they get there, guys. I fought this fight for years. Listen, we got to move on because this. I feel like Janae is just laughing somewhere right now. Like yeah, just the Giants. Oh my goodness. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys being here with us for the Roundtable on this Tuesday night. Definitely stay tuned for all the good stuff we got. But we're going to finish off the show with one more topic, and it's one last thought, where we give you one more thing. Something maybe funny, maybe football related, maybe just something that's on the top of our mind. So first, I'm going to send it right here to the host of Diversity with Delilah. Delilah Crespo, what you got for us today?
First, I just want to laugh at the fact that Jokic goes to Serbia and plays with his horses in the off season, comes back like it's 9-5 and dumps 25 points against the Lakers. And I find it hilarious. Sorry.
I play basketball. That is what I do. I play basketball.
Well, anyway, I just find that
hockey and basketball are the only reason Denver isn't slitting its wrist right now.
You're right.
No, that ain't the only reason.
Well.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It is a happy state.
Yeah.
Little cloudy out there. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
It's
sorry.
one of the main reasons, though.
I find that hilarious.
Just get out the plane and be like, ooh, is that Auntie Anne's?
That in 355 days of sunshine a year.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Anyway. It
Sorry,
really
I
does.
couldn't resist.
That man really does treat the NBA like it's 9 to 5. Like, and I can't hate on that at all because he comes back for the excellent. Like, anyway. Sorry, that was just funny. No. All I wanted to say is I always catch myself because I want to say his tagline and I don't even want to. It's like, Anyway, every Tuesday I look forward to this because it does give me, like I said, it just gives me a brain break. I'm so happy. I love Nick, but I'm so happy that Sean was here because it just reminds me of our first season together. So it brings back good memories when it was just, just the three of us just talking football with no format. We tried stuff and then things worked out, and we worked out the kinks and here we are 4 seasons later. And we have Tina and Anthony, who also came on last year, like halftime. And then we're like, nah, just stay on full time. And Tina came in part time. We're like, just stay here full time. Yes. And so I always look forward to this because it breaks up the week for me. Because Mondays, like, who likes Mondays? You guys ever watch that movie? I sometimes have a case of the Mondays. Everybody see Office Space? No.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are we all?
Every
So.
I just want to be a gangster.
Thank you. Thank you. See, so Mondays, and Tuesdays are no better than Monday. I don't know who made it seem like Tuesday's better, but it's not. It's just like, So I always look forward
well, at least on Tuesday you get tacos.
Yeah. And you talk to us. So
yeah. So but yeah, no, I'm really happy. This really does, make me excited. And I was really happy to see Sean pop in and help co-host again. It's brought back good memories. So find a hobby is what I'm trying to say. Find a hobby that you can do, because I know it's hard with our adult schedules right? I get it. Trust me. It's hard to get things done and to do something fun. But pick a hobby that you can stick with, and it takes you away and breaks up the monotony and allows you to enjoy life and all of that stuff. So find a hobby you like. So try different things until something sticks, right? So go out there, pick something that just takes your mind off and just kind of brings you some peace and contentment at least once or twice a week. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say for my one last.
I love that. Oh, I love that. I love that. Absolutely. Definitely find a hobby. Mr. Handy. Johnny said, great show, everybody. And Anthony, congrats on the W.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Handy, Mr. NFC South Division leading Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you, like, God, I'm gonna tell you, like the Joker told the Batman, and like Birdman told Sway, put some respect on my name. That's what we gonna do right there. We gonna put that out there for you to see. You know what? I have so many philosophical things and stuff like that to talk about. Is it all right can I just tell a joke? It's short. It's clean. It's clean enough for the show anyway.
But what have you been doing the rest of the show? I mean, that's what you do. Just keep no, during the show I be saying real stuff and just make it funny. Those are jokes. This is supposed to be funny. Better be funny. Let's go.
They're supposed to be funny. So
listen, I'll give you the full screen on that. Come on.
So, all right, listen. Listen. I'm gonna tell you what. You never can tell where you find something. This was in my I ran across this on Instagram the other day. Okay, so it says 2 women die at the same time. Come to at the pearly gates. At the gate, St. Peter says, "Welcome to heaven, ladies. All you have to do, you can do whatever you want to do. Stay as long as you want to stay. The only thing you got to do while you're here, do not step on the ducks. We got a lot of them here. They're very precious to us here. Do not step on the ducks." That's it. The ladies are like, that's it. That's all we got to do. So they're walking around having it. Oh, this is really nice. Oh, my God. Look, they got a Sephora over there. That's so nice. Girl. Dang, it's been 3 days. I done stepped on a duck. I wonder what's going to happen. St. Peter showed up. He brought her a very ugly man. And the man had a shackle on his arm. And he said, because you stepped on the ducks, I'm going to chain you to this ugly man. And it was the ugliest man this woman had ever seen in her entire life and for short afterlife. I mean, ugly on top of ugly. I'm talking about some of the ugliest characters in history looked at them and said, damn, you ugly. So she had to spend the rest of eternity chained to this ugly man because she stepped on the duck. I'm sorry, it was 3 women, but I digress. So the second woman, she did okay. She was doing okay. The 2 of them was like, I wonder. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry she got changed up to Ookla de Mont, but this is so nice. We have a Starbucks and they always get the order right. And McDonald's ice cream machine is always working. And Magic Johnson don't have to make no angry speeches about his team because the Commanders is winning every week and the Falcons is winning every week. And up here, all the bad teams win. The Bears, the Broncos, the Falcons, they're all Super Bowl champions. This is wonderful. Oh, girl, look out. You going to step on that whack. Oh, man, this is the second woman stepped on a duck. St. Peter popped up. Poof. He brought her a man on a shackle. And if the first one was ugly, if ugly was a clock time and the first one was 11:57, the second one was 11:59 and 58 seconds. Right before Dick Clark used to say Happy New Year. She said, I promise I won't step on them. Please don't chain me to I looked all cute today. Now you gonna take me to Cheesecake Factory. You know I don't make to go to Cheesecake Factory. Clamp the two. She's clamped to that man for all eternity. Now the third woman is just by herself. She done lost her clique. She just walking around doing her thing. She had been in heaven for about 3 years and had managed to avoid all the ducks. And so one day, St. Peter rolled up on her. He said, because you have avoided all the ducks, I am bringing you this gift. He brought her the most beautiful man you had ever seen in your life. I'm telling you, he was like a cross between George Clooney in his youth and Brad Pitt with a little bit of Antonio Banderas thrown in, with some Maxwell on top of that, a little bit of Usher, a little bit of Jamie Foxx. I don't know who the handsome dudes are. I don't be looking at them like that. I just be talking about whoever y'all talk about on People Magazine. That's who I'm throwing in there. A little bit of Travis Kelce. We'll put some football guys in there. Some Travis Kelce, a massive piece of magic. Little Joe Burrow. They all in there. Boom. This man, as the ladies like to say, was fine. P-H-O-I-N-E, fine. That's how they say it up in Philadelphia. That man was fine. And she was like, oh my goodness, I get to spend the rest of eternity with you. Lord have mercy. I have no idea what I did to deserve this, but thank you, Jesus. And the man looked at her and said, I don't know what the hell you did, but 3 minutes ago, I stepped on a duck.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
I knew it was coming, but still.
Wow.
These ain't jokes. I'm just serious.
All right, Andy, there it is.
There you go. Hey, tip your bartenders and your servers. They're doing a great job, but try to stay away from the sushi. They got it from the gas station across the street.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. There's Anthony Handy for you. He'll be here on Mondays, Tuesdays, sometimes Saturdays. Stay tuned for him. He's got some good stuff. Look, Tina, sorry that you have to follow that up, but what's your one last thought, Tina?
How do you follow that up? Oh, good. One last thought. Like I said, no matter how things are going, there's always something that's good that's going on in your life. So count your blessings, be thankful for your family, and because you never know what's going to happen and things that happened. Last week, I had an issue with my stepmom. She was in the hospital. She's getting out. She's going into rehab now, so everything's good. But you need to, one phone call, one email, just catch up with somebody. I mean, I think I've said this on the show before. I talk to my mom and dad almost every single day just because, they're my parents. I want to know what's going on in their lives. They want to know what's going on in mine. And sometimes it literally is, nothing's changed. Same old. So just love your family, love your friends. And I do want to give a little bit of shout out to my mom. My mom is the one who has instilled in me an absolute love of Halloween. And I don't like the scary parts of it. I don't like the horror crap part of it, but I love the costumes and the ideas and the parties and being a little kid again. So coming up with Halloween, whether you have kids or it's yourself, just enjoy the season, enjoy the fun, enjoy all parts of it. And just remember what we turned it into in America, which is not about, spirits are coming back to haunt us on this day. It's, where can I get candy? So have a good week. Have a lovely Halloween, everyone.
As somebody that was not able to start celebrating Halloween until after I got out of high school, because my mother was very much into that whole ghouls and goblins and all this. Right. I mean, so much so that we had a basement when we moved into the house when I was in high school. And Halloween night, we would all be in the basement playing card games with all the other lights out, because some reason I guess he just didn't want to tell them, nope, we don't do this. So that's what I grew up with. So after the fact, now being able to kind of celebrate it and not get into it, I still get to talk to for my mom, but it is what it is. I'm like, Mom, come on, Mom, I'm 40. I'm 40 now. I'm 40. I'm still gonna listen to you, but I'm 40. Yo, I love that, absolutely. Honestly, my one last thought is simple, man. I love this, and I love being able to come out here and talk to you guys. And I know sometimes I am overbearing and I get on and I like, hey, maybe do this, maybe do that. But if people knew how much I watched you guys, they would, because my cat's always like, why are you, God, all you do is watch them and edit and blah, blah, blah. But I genuinely, with me, I go back to the time when me and Tina met talking football. And it was just a genuine back and forth. And that first thing I thought was, if I had something, I would put her on the show. Fortunately, then I had that. Same with Nick and Delilah. It's that same conversation. Handy, you and me in college football. I love it because I get to do what I love doing. but then I also get to talk to each one of you. And one of the things that I'm not the best at is actually what you were just talking about, Tina. I'm not the best at hitting people up. I am not the best at kind of staying present in the day. I always get lost in what's the next thing I got to do. I got to go to this job. I got to go here. I got to call Cap. Blah, blah. It's always something I got to show. So when I get to come out here and see you, it's that scheduled time that I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? Now, mind you, we get to talk football, but still it is that, hey, how's you been? How, like, Tina, tell me about your mom. Like, I wouldn't have known that otherwise. And I thank you. And I'm glad, things are getting better. Like, I love what she brought to your table. Delilah, I'm talking to your mom multiple times, and I see where you get the flavor, the spunk. I know what it is. And Handy, that joke said it all. So I go back over some of the clips and some of the things you say, and I'm just like, God, Andy, oh man, to live in his mind for a day, that just. But I love it because it all.
That's a scary place, bro.
I
wake up sometime like, why would you be thinking that? What are you thinking?
Yo, and I mean, I love it. Shout out to Nick, and everything he's got going on. So I love you guys. I love talking football. So thank you so much for taking your time out of the day, because we ain't getting paid and we're all doing this after work. So I appreciate y'all taking this time out just to sit here and talk to us and joke and laugh and everything like that. So that's it. That's what we got. So look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys being here with us. Let's talk football, the Roundtable Tuesday night. We will be back next week, same time, same place. I believe Nicholas Rosario will be back on the show. So definitely stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for all the other LTF stuff we got. I know tomorrow's Washington Football Weekly. And depending on if Kat has called me or not, the college football show. I'm doing a little quick update tonight. And Thursday, the ladies show, NFC South. There's always something going on because I love football and all these people here love to talk football as well. So for your boy, Sean Spencer, Miss Delilah Crespo, Anthony Handy, my guy, and Miss Tina Winter, we appreciate y'all being here. Hey, we'll see y'all next time. Stay up, people. Good.